What's up, everybody? And now the moment we've all been waiting for, Chapter 3 of The Raven. We're gonna see how this thing ends. As of the end of the last video, we found out that the stowaway from the boat was actually in cahoots with Mr. Inch, who, I don't know who exactly is technically the Raven or not, but something's going on there. They were responsible for killing the Baroness, and then we find out that the kid is shacking up with the rich chick on the boat. So, I mean, everybody's all tied together in some twisted way or another. So we're going to pick this up right from there, and here we go. Yeah, we have to start a new game because the save puts you back at like a last auto. Okay, I'll shut up.
Inch bothers me. He's shown what he's capable of. What if he finds out about our plan?
How would he? We're careful.
He's more ruthless than we expected. The bomb on the train. I don't want to think about it.
We need to make sure that we stay calm.
You mean that I stay calm?
I'm not worried about you. I know you.
They had happy fun time, apparently. Alright. Oh, we're from her perspective now?
Shall we go over the plan one more time?
Alright.
Good idea. We know that Inch hid the first eye in the Baroness's luggage.
Yes.
I'll break into her cabin and replace the eye with a fake.
Right. We'll steal the second eye in Cairo.
And Inch will be caught in the act.
It's simple.
The devil is in the detail. I have to get into the Baroness's cabin undetected, then find the secret hiding place, and I can't leave any evidence behind.
Yes. And Inch said something about a combination, so the hiding place might be locked.
One step at a time. I think I'll assess the situation first.
And I think I'll make myself comfortable for a little while.
So this is how married life will be.
Works for me.
Nice.
Everything went according to plan in London?
Except for the explosion, yes. The Bobby was right on time.
Because he had a good tip-off.
I had enough time to take the eye, but unfortunately there was no time to replace it with the fake.
Where is it? A work of art. Almost as beautiful as the original.
I can't tell the difference.
Inch could. But if all goes to plan, he won't have a chance to take a closer look at the jewel until after the burglary at the Egyptian Museum. Will Legrand cause any trouble?
Everything's still going according to plan. That means he's clever, but not clever enough.
And the Bobby?
Peasant's cunning, nothing more. He won't be able to solve the puzzle on his own.
Hey.
Still Inch.
He doesn't suspect anything. We laid the foundation well. I've been his assistant for months already. He doesn't trust me, but he thinks he can play me for a sucker. That's enough.
Speaking of Inch, I saw him talking to you in Venice. What was it about?
He was angry because his attack on the train failed and because I lost my ticket.
How did you get on the ship?
As a stowaway, locked in a cold, dark cargo hold.
Poor boy. I'll go out now and lead the police and master thieves around by the nose.
I can think of something else to do.
I can't.
Oh, denied, buddy. Alright, here we go. Finally, some control. So let's see what her mess is in all of this. I am so curious now. Because nobody suspects her of anything to do with this. Maybe Zellner kind of had a little bit of a hint, like, you know, she's kind of awkward. And she's kind of a bitch to Zellner, so, you know. Hey, the violinist! We haven't seen him in a while. She always creeps me out.
Bravo!
Bravissimo!
Fantastico!
Would it be okay for you if I get some fresh air up on deck?
Of course, my dear. Give my regards to the sea.
I see. Would you join me for a walk with those eyes, she says. Okay. This is probably the part where I get to start talking to some people. Let's talk to the old lady.
A wonderful concert, wasn't it?
Got a little bit of graphical glitchiness going on here.
I wouldn't have expected you to be a connoisseur of classical music.
Because I'm American?
Because you're young, and friendly, and radiant. Someone like you doesn't have to know a lot to get along well in life.
Oh, I think that was a burn.
Are you easily prejudiced at your age?
In my long experience, there's often a core of truth at the center of every prejudice.
Prejudice
Well
is
said.
the reason of fools.
Not
Was
necessarily.
that written in the book you once read?
Oh, I've read many books. Good books.
But not my books, you mean to say.
You're a writer?
What can I do for you, Miss...
It's a little bit of witty banter back and forth.
You know, I'm not planning on throwing myself at a man.
I'm glad to hear it. You have to work. Earn your own money.
Oh, I will. My grades are excellent, and I really want to study acting in New York.
None of my books has ever been made into a good film. The stories were twisted, shortened, and simplified so that even the dimmest fellow could follow them.
I want to do theater and travel. I speak 3 languages.
That would be 3 more than most people your age can speak. Do what you have to do. But stay away from bad men.
Is this your first trip on the Lydia?
That's quite enough. Life is too short for conversations like this. I do wish that rather delightful Swiss policeman had come along.
I heard you had an interesting trip on the train.
It was thrilling. I'm hoping for
I don't
an
know if
encore.
she's like intentionally
Perhaps in
being a
Cairo.
retard in this conversation, or if that's just how the voice recording or the voice acting was done for it, but it's definitely off. Like if you listen to it, it's just, I don't know if she's trying to be ditzy, I
Mr.
guess.
Kreutzer possesses impressive technique, don't you think?
He certainly does. His numerous playmates in Austria can tell you more about it than I.
You mean Mr. Kreutzer is a womanizer?
I'm not talking about cheap skirts. I'm talking about expensive clothes. A man like him needs funds to support his lifestyle. Just go over to him, my dear. Tell the maestro that your family is wealthy. You have everything he's looking for. Money and a pretty face.
Hold your tongue. Mr. Kreutzer, Lady Westmacott, please.
Or did you have your eye on me, Mr. Kreutzer? Old, yes, but rich.
Oh my.
Mr. Kreutzer, Maestro.
Wow. I'm loving the dialogue. Got like razor blades for tongues over here, these people. Especially this old
That's
lady, man.
better. Freeloader.
Oh my god.
You and Mr. Kreutzer, you seem to know each other.
Not really, but I know his type. Parasites who cling to the rich and famous and suck them dry. The young, misunderstood painter. The innovative writer who writes books that no one wants to read. The musical talent that has to be supported. The ladies and gentlemen of high society let the others use them and call themselves patrons. Another word for fool.
Didn't you finance archaeological excavations in the Near East and Egypt?
For my husband, and I was there myself. I catalogued items for him, and I didn't show him off like a trophy at cocktail parties. But my son was one of them, the worst kind. The kind that sucks not only the money, but also the life right out of a person.
That's no fun.
Take my leave.
You may.
Yeah, the old lady's like, just be gone, seriously. I can steal some stuff off of here. I gotta get to some interesting,
Wooden salad tongs.
what can I do with
Just
wooden?
small enough to carry around unseen.
But what would I do with them? I'm sure there's a valid purpose to it all in the end. Now, I know you guys have asked before if I could show my mouse cursor. Unfortunately, the program I use does not actually seem to do that, regardless of what I try and set or how I try to do it. So I do apologize for that. Just know that I'm all over the place with it. Actually, not too badly, but, you know. Okay, I can't really go behind the bar. Pretty much all I can do now is go to the back here. So let's get it done. I love point-and-click adventure games. I'm going to start playing some more of them, I think. Whether you guys like him or not, that's what's gonna happen. Right. Examine the bath towel. Listen to that water. The waves. The engine of the boat.
Ah, lovely big towel. I hope tomorrow I'll have a chance to sunbathe and enjoy the rest of the trip.
Can I take the towel?
A deck chair in the sunshine on a cruise ship. I'd be a fool to miss out on that tomorrow. But I have to take care of my duties before I can relax in the sun.
Alright. Let's go this way. She was so concerned about not having things visible, yet I have no idea where she's stuffing a bath towel, tongs, and a fake jewel. And that somewhat whatever outfit she's wearing. You know what? I don't want to know where she's stuffing those things. Let me just...
A handsome man and a talented musician, but he doesn't seem very happy.
No, not really. Let's talk to him and find out why.
Hello, Mr. Kreutzer.
Do you want to have a go at me, like the old witch in there?
I just wanted to talk to you.
Now is not the best time.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you that I really loved your music, and that Lady Westmacott did not have the right to speak to you like that.
Really? How do you know? You don't know me.
Then, did she have the right?
No, she didn't. That cynical old witch enjoys exposing the weaknesses of others. Although we all have them. She as well. She lusts for recognition and acts as though it weren't so disgraceful. She rejects prizes and awards with snide remarks, but she's angry when others receive them. She needs to know that she's better than others.
You seem to know her quite well.
I've only met her once or twice, but I know her son and some of her friends. One friend of hers supported me for a long time. No one is brave enough to say it to her face, but everyone hates her.
Her or her success?
I would probably
You're
say
so talented.
her more
Why
than
aren't
that.
you performing on the world's great stages?
Fate, perhaps. Or bad luck. My parents opened every door for me and my sister and expected corresponding careers.
Over-ambitious parents who force their children to play music?
No, it wasn't like that. I loved it. I loved to play the violin. They didn't have to force me. I wanted to do it on my own. I thought I would achieve my goals if only I worked hard enough. But it was not to be.
What happened?
In a more dramatic story, I'd say that I broke my hand just before my big break. Or that I was rejected because of my nationality or my name, or that I was brought down by a conspiracy. But nothing like that ever happened. I practiced like mad. Got better and better. Really good. But nothing happened. The right people never heard me. I was never in the right place at the right time. Can you imagine how it feels to always be on the cusp of a breakthrough? To be just one evening away from becoming an overnight sensation? To see how other, less talented violinists pass you by because you just aren't lucky enough?
How terrible.
For every star in the limelight, there are a dozen more that burn out unseen, fading month by month. I didn't want to be one of those people who waste their lives chasing dreams without realizing that they're unattainable. If I couldn't have the life that I always dreamt of, and that my family expected from me, then at least I could have the next best life.
The next best life, huh? I'm kind of curious about what that one is.
The next best life.
Mansions, limousines, parties, everything you could wish for. Though none of it belongs to me.
The lady called you a freeloader.
An ugly word, but maybe not so far from the truth. I move with the rich and famous, and at first glance, I live exactly the life my father always wished for me. A carefree life, easygoing. And I play the violin, which I always loved to do.
But it's not really like that.
It's empty. My life is just a shell. A show, and everyone knows it. I loved something once, and I burned for it. But now, the violin is just an accessory for practicing my real profession.
And your family?
How could I ever look them in the eyes? A failed violinist who gave up.
What does the future hold for you?
At least we finally hear his
Isn't it
story.
obvious? My hands are starting to shake from alcohol. What will be left once I lose my good looks? I'll have nothing then. And so I'll put an end to it all.
You can't say things like that.
With my father's pistol. I always have it with me.
Aha!
It's gone! Fate won't even grant me a quick death.
Don't you think you can still make it?
No. It's too late now. The real question is, did I give up too quickly back then?
I don't know.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye, Mr. Kreutzer.
Well, finally listening to his story was kind of cool. So he's missing his pistol. That's kind of interesting. Let's see what's downstairs. Because so far we haven't encountered anything where we have to use items or do anything complicated or anything like that. This has all just been some fantastic dialogue, don't get me wrong. Let's take a look at the model of the ship.
Very fine handiwork. The model maker even wrote the name of the ship on the tiny life preservers. But the winter garden at the back of the saloon is missing, and the stern deck looks different. It was obviously made before the ship was remodeled. Maybe one of the crew whiled away the long nights at sea building the model. Only someone with a lot of time and a love of the original could build such a thing.
There may have been some actual information there that could be a takeaway, I guess.
Several journals and magazines. Ah, this looks pretty interesting. Art and Culture Today.
We reading anything good?
There's something about the exhibition. Unique masterpieces exhibited for the first time together in their home country. Tireless efforts of Baroness von Trebitz.
That is a heavy magazine.
No time for reading. I have to find the secret compartment in the Baroness's cabin.
Okay. Well, let's see what else I can click on down here before we take off. Excuse me. Hello.
Come in.
Ooh.
How can I help you, young lady?
Are you the ship's doctor?
Yes, of course.
You see, that's what I thought. Because you've got a uniform and you work in the medical center.
Okay, she's doing it as an
Spotted,
act.
young lady. My name is Dr. Gebhardt. How can I help you?
What are the other passengers like?
Listen, young lady, I do not really have time to chat right now. Today is my first day, and it is going differently than I had expected.
You do seem a little stressed. Maybe you should relax. Stress isn't good for you.
Oh my god.
You're right. If there is nothing else I can help you with.
He's getting all aggravated.
You weren't really helpful at all. Maybe I'll come back later. Bye now.
He's getting all pissed off.
No time for reading.
Okay. I can look into Legrand's cabin, but I don't think that's gonna do me any good.
We briefly discussed whether we should try to steal the second eye here on the ship. The lack of escape routes and the 10-centimeter thick door to the safe settled the question.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Legrand is an important part of our plan. He's the one who'll arrest Inch in the end. But there's still a lot to do before that happens.
Okay, so that's at least the grand plan. I don't think there's anything else for me to interact with down here for right now, so let's just go ahead and head back up. We need to go to the Baroness's cabin. To do so... Uh-oh. Wait. How the hell did he end up here already? It's a little awkward. Alright, well, he's wearing gloves.
I'm sure I could help you if... Stand aside! If you told me what you're looking for.
Were you just getting in my way? Now get out!
I'll wait at the door, madam.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Miss...
Mayors?
Can I help you?
No, I'm just having a look around the ship. Good day.
Uh-huh. He just looks completely out of place there.
That was close.
Like he does not belong. Okay. So we have to find the secret compartment to the Baroness's cabin, which I believe when I was Zellner, up at the top, there was like a something, like a little stack. I'm kind of wondering if that has something to do with it. We're going to go find out, though. Because that's what we do. See, like, right here. Well, you guys can't see my cursor. But, here, let's go this way. Actually, we should examine everything, because that's what I do. So let's examine the door to the cabin. Hi.
Two handsome sailors are standing at the table and studying a marine map. Good thing they're busy. I can have a look around without being disturbed.
Mm-hmm. So now let's take a look at the flag. See, I'm thinking it's like in here.
No idea what kind of flag this is, but the pole it's attached to could be very useful one day. It's about 80 centimeters long and looks quite stable.
Seriously?
Yes, it's sturdy, but it's also too cumbersome to carry around.
Okay, I was gonna say, if she somehow manages to stuff that somewhere, I've got issues.
A classic. The thief enters through the ventilation shaft. Can it really be that easy?
Of course it is.
No, it can't.
Aw.
The cover is screwed shut.
I'm pretty sure that's what the most of it is, though. Like, we can use this.
No, there's no gap to put the pole in. I can't force the cover open.
Huh.
All the first-class cabins have their own ventilation. The shaft might be my best point of entry.
Of course it is.
Unfortunately, the cover is screwed shut.
You're screwed. So, pretty sure we can't do anything with the tongs at this point. That's meaning that we're gonna need to go looking around the ship and see, what can I use the pole with? Use the pole with anything else while I'm up here? No. That'll be an important part later. Alright, we're gonna need to go find some tools. Well, the best place to find tools is gonna be where? Well, let's head back to the back of the boat. We haven't done this part yet. Examine the door.
This should be the entrance to the cargo hold. Not really my concern.
Could be. You could end up down there. Something cool could be down there, like an old man tied to the tied to a chair. Because that's about when all this would be happening. Yeah. And they were standing in the same spot like a day later.
Curling, shuffleboard, all the same to me. I'm not interested in any of that now.
Well then, aren't you just something spectacular? Whatever. Alright. I suppose we could talk to these
seem to be
guys.
in a private conversation. I'd better not disturb them.
Oh,
when
why
Adele
not?
and I were following the professor in London, I was disguised. But that doesn't mean he won't recognize me now. No, I won't talk to them as long as I can avoid it.
Okay, Adele was his name. So I missed that, or I just... Okay. Back to the side deck we go. We have to look for some way to pry that dealie open. You'd think that you could, like, look in her windows or something, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Boy, she walks slow, doesn't she?
Inch is intelligent and ruthless, a dangerous combination. He's not a brilliant planner, but he is smart and careful. He senses danger. I'm afraid he might suspect that something is wrong. I think you look in his face and you'd believe that he's at peace with the world and himself. But Adil told me about his moon swings. From one moment to the next, the mask falls away, and he's capable of anything.
There's a lot of rustling around going on.
No use worrying about him now. I have a job to do. No use. Okay,
well, we can't do anything more with that. Back into the saloon, I guess. Maybe there's like a knife or something that we can use in here, huh? Aha, Captain!
He's sweating profusely, burst capillaries, and a sweet odor. I hope the crew doesn't take the captain for a role model, and that they stay sober for the rest of the trip. He's sweating.
Okay. Well, we don't want to hear the same dialogue anymore, that's for sure. We can only go this way. And that just takes me straight back outside. Let's head back down. Bet you I missed something downstairs. I have no idea why that guy is just standing there. I don't know if maybe that's a bug or what, but he just really looks out of place. Let's just go upstairs. Already looked at the magazines. I was just curious if I can actually walk into this hallway. And that's about all the further it'll let me walk. Alright. Oh,
the only
pinboard.
regular event seems to be the nightly drink in the saloon. Judging from the rest of the entertainment program, it seems necessary.
Okay, well, we've already looked at the model ship. Let's look one more time again over here.
The good doctor seems to be very busy. I shouldn't bother him.
No, likely not. He's upstairs. Huh. That must be a bug. He's throwing a shadow right there, though, into the window. You see that? Alright. Let's talk to him.
He has the enviable talent of being able to sleep anywhere, anytime. He once fell asleep on a cable car and only woke up after he'd already gone up the mountain and back down again.
But he doesn't look very asleep.
We booked this cabin because it's centrally located. Easy to duck in whenever we need to. Of course, the fact that it's a first-class cabin with a huge bathroom and shower had nothing to do with it. As soon as I've swapped the jewels, I'll treat myself to a hot shower, and then we'll see how the evening progresses.
Okay. I need some kind of a tool to do what... Well, see, I could be completely off the wrong end on that, too.
Normally I don't carry so many things around, but it would have been suspicious if I'd come aboard with nothing but a rucksack whilst pretending to be the daughter of a wealthy family.
What you got in there? Anything good?
I got this necklace from my father. It's supposed to remind me that money isn't the most important thing in life. If all you've got is this penny, as well as family and friends, then you're a very rich girl, he said. I'll take it with me. It'll bring me luck.
Anything else in there?
I always try to carry as few personal... If my things are ever searched, they won't reveal my true identity. I don't like wearing hats, but they do fit the role. And I have to admit that the day in London when we shopped for Patricia Mayers was a lot of fun.
Huh. So, what is her real name then? If she's not that,
It
I'm
happened
curious.
pretty fast between us. It was magic when we first met. Birds of a feather flock together, and he can be very charming.
With his eyes open.
Daddy wasn't at all amused when I brought him home, mind. But I don't think he'd have been satisfied with anyone.
Alright. There was a mirror on the nightstand in here, but I guess I can't get to that. Alright, well... she's probably gonna be like, oh, I'll take a hot shower when all this is done. Yep.
As soon as I've...
Yep, okay. Well, I'm gonna call it here since we're about out of time anyways. We'll be back, picking up right from here on the next one, and we'll see where this story goes. I thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.